Welcome to Union County, North Carolina, one of the fast-growing counties in the United States. Some 120,000 people currently call this area home, with more moving in all the time to enjoy the county's attractive mixture of nature areas and great suburban and industrial expansion. Part of the county's appeal comes from its strong focus on customer service, professionalism, and self-management. These are the same core values that recently led county officials to choose an OSE TCS 400 wide format color printing, copying, and scanning system. The county was getting more and more requests for large format maps and aerial photographs. Its GIS and IT departments asked for the new systems when it became clear that their existing equipment simply couldn't handle the task.
With the HP system, it would freeze up periodically if you sent too many print jobs to it at one time, and that could cause a delay of anywhere from 3 to 5 hours for printing out maps for people who needed it for building permits or things like that, depending on the response from the IT department and their workload. The print speed of the HP wasn't efficient enough to handle the load that we needed. With the HP equipment, when you did have a freeze up, or just because of the speed or lack of speed of the printer, you would have employees sitting around with nothing to do. While they were waiting on this map to print, you would have customers at the service desk waiting on their maps for an extended period of time.
With routine tasks, this inefficiency meant Union County could not provide a high level of customer service. But Plyler, whose department is partially responsible for the health and safety of county residents, saw even more important uses for printing efficiency. His department provided the budget to purchase an OSE TCS 400.
The 911 dispatch center, currently we dispatch for all emergency services in Union County, including law enforcement, the fire departments, and the medical service. Law enforcement and fire particularly will use a lot of the OSE maps that we print out, from missing persons, giving them the lay of the land, different buildings and waterways to be aware of. Fire departments use it for their districting and response zones. Well, in the case of a missing person or a missing child in particular, the speed at which you can receive a map of the area, it can be critical. A child can travel untold distances in just a few minutes, and for the OSE product to be able to print a map of the area by the time the deputy or the law enforcement officer can get to pick it up can be critical.
Plyler also uses the OSE TCS 400 to do presentations, something he says the county's old systems didn't have sufficient quality to do. His department also scans documents to file for preserving and sharing with other security functions.
The TCS 400 is an excellent machine for presentation, printing. I do 911 presentations outside for different groups, and I can take the maps that we print off of the system to show call locations such as cellular, and also just different ortho photographs we have of the county, and print them off on the TCS, and the quality is excellent. In the 911 center, we're responsible for all the subdivision maps in Union County along with the road names. The OSE product allows us to scan subdivision maps to file. Subdivision maps will deteriorate over time being there on paper, and if they're not archived to a dependable and sturdy media as a DVD or a hard drive, we can just lose the maps altogether. The OSE product has been extremely valuable in customer service. It has improved customer service from printing maps and providing them to the public, as well as the public safety in general of Union County.
It didn't take long for word to get out about the OSE TCS 400's abilities. Trina Horn, whose office is near where the system is physically located, constantly receives requests from employees who want to be added to the user list. Property Services, where Trina serves as an Accounting Technician 3, is one of the system's other big users.
In Property Services, we use the 400 for printing out maps. We're currently building a Justice Center and beginning construction on an agricultural center, and we print those maps out. A lot of the people in our department will mark them up with highlighters, and that's what they enjoy about the machine, is to go back in and scan it or copy these prints in color with their changes, and it speeds up the process a lot.
Construction personnel are pleased with the system's performance because anyone can make color copies by simply pushing the green button. No training is required.
My department currently is using the OC printer to reproduce documents, almost primarily. We would like to, in the future, be able to take drawings that we have that we currently own and archive them digitally. But for the most part, I just generate copies, be it we need to blow up for a meeting, to pass around the table, contractor needs a drawing that we can reproduce for him that expedites the project, we'll do that. My experience with the OC machine has been positive. It makes a good copy. It cranks it out pretty fast. I'm pleased with the easy to use. We can send it to it digitally, or we can use it to reproduce existing pages that we have. Overall, I'm pleased with the way it performs.
The Union County Sheriff's Department uses the system for finding children, Alzheimer's patients that have wandered away, and escaped prisoners. Captain Bill Tucker says maps printed quickly on the system can help the department narrow down its search area. This, coupled with the Sheriff's Department's highly trained bloodhound, often leads to a quick arrest. The Sheriff's Office also uses the OSE TCS 400 for administrative purposes.
Administratively, we use it for the purpose of mapping. We can print maps for our patrol zones. Our county is divided up into different patrol zones, and when we print the maps, it'll help us to do planning for various crimes, for various patrol functions that we do. We can print those up in different color for zones, and it helps us tremendously and administratively. Also it helps us in planning for future expansions, such as our jail expansion. We will pull those maps up. We'll have them readily available to where we have the planning area for our county property here, and we can look at those type situations to see how we can do future buildings and future administrative planning.
Plyler says that the system's ease of use has been important with so many casual users. And with more departments and users asking for access, this will become even more critical.
The serviceability of the TCS product is extremely simple. Adding paper is no more difficult than adding it to your desk jet, adding paper to a tray. It is just that easy. The machine takes the paper from you, properly positions it, and you're ready to go again. For toner, it's extremely simple. It is cartridge fed. You don't have the mesh that you have typically with other types of printers. You remove one cartridge and put the other cartridge in, and you're ready to go again. For a user to submit a document to the TCS for printing, it is as simple as going to that drive on their computer, clicking, sending the document down, and it's ready.
Union County continues to discover new uses for the OSE TCS 400. Lawyers have already started to print out exhibits for court. Emergency services print charts showing cell phone areas and evacuation routes. The system's concurrent processing will be able to keep up with the county's demand for printing, copying, and scanning wide format color documents for a long time to come. As a result, Union County will continue to have safer neighborhoods, faster emergency response, and increased service for constituents, making it the county of choice.